Hey, what's going on YouTube? Mike back with another video. Today is something very different for the channel, and we'll talk about why in a second. But first off, I just wanted to talk about this weekend and why I've got this card displayed here. Liverpool took on a tough team. You know, Brentford's one of those teams that they do, you know, whether they're doing well in the league or not, in terms of how they do against top 6 opponents, it's always a game, right? And this weekend, Liverpool put up a record, I believe a Premier League number of shots, and finally scored 2 at the end, and both came from Darwin Nunez. So I wanted to show off, as you guys know, I love collecting Darwin Nunez. There's some there in the back as well. This is my best Darwin Nunez card, both in terms of value and in terms of the actual, like, what it is. This is from Topps Dynasty. I've never opened a box of this because it's incredibly expensive, but I did get this card. It's Darwin Nunez on-card autograph, which I love his auto with the DN there. Game worn patch, which is really cool as well. And this one happens to be jersey number 9 of 10. Just an awesome card for the Darwin collector. And he scored 2 goals in stoppage time to give Liverpool the win. And then Arsenal dropped points as well. So Liverpool sitting in a really, really good spot. And it was a needed win, you know, coming off of the back of a couple of draws and a loss in the cup. It kind of seemed like things were maybe, like, Slot was kind of getting figured out a little bit or something like that. And, you know, ultimately it's just really, really a relieving win to get. And I'm sure anybody that's listening that's a Liverpool fan feels the exact same way. So first off, wanted to show that off. Now, this box, I want to talk about why we're opening this. I do like football. You guys can tell I'm wearing a Detroit Lions hat. That's another thing that happened this weekend. Unfortunately, the Lions were eliminated from the playoffs after our best regular season ever. It was a tough loss to stomach. At the end of the day, it is what it is. It's football. It's one and done when it comes to the playoffs. And it's kind of like, you know, a final, a cup final, Champions League final. Seen Liverpool lose a couple of those, and it always hurts. But still really proud of what they did this season. The reason we're opening this is college football. Bowman's Best U. There's 4 autographs in here, which is awesome. But today is the final game of the college football regular season. Ohio State takes on Notre Dame. My dad's a big Notre Dame fan, and both of us are Michigan fans, which means that we just want Ohio State to lose, if I'm being honest with you guys. And that's really the only thing that could salvage football for me after what happened with the Lions. So we're going to open up this box and see if we get anything cool. I thought it was just a unique thing to bring to the channel. They had it at my local card shop for a really good price, like much less than it was online. So I wanted to check it out and see if we can get something cool. You know, and we'll be back to our regularly scheduled content. I do have some soccer cards I'll be opening up this week. So if this isn't your thing, don't worry. You don't have to watch. The other thing I wanted to bring up while I'm getting these packs out is that we did hit 50 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. To those of you who've subscribed, it's really, really cool to hit that milestone. I'm going to have a giveaway coming up in the next video. The reason I'm doing that is because I know I usually do soccer cards on the channel, and I figured I should do the giveaway coinciding with a soccer video as opposed to something different like today. So watch next video. Basically, you're going to have to just like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel, of course, which you probably are if you're watching. So that's really it. So in this box, there is 4 autographs, as I said, and there's a lot of, like, low numbered cards. You can get superfractors out of here. As you can see, there's really nothing on the box, but a lot of the big name college players, you're kind of getting them as, like, prospects almost. Think of it as like Bowman baseball. You can get some really, really, really cool stuff out of here. Donovan Edwards from Michigan has cards in here, so I'd love to see something like that. And speaking of which, right on the front, there's Will Johnson, cornerback from Michigan. Probably will be our highest draft pick this year. Him or one of the defensive linemen. He'll probably be the highest corner taken in the draft. Unfortunately, was injured for the bulk of this last year. But big fan of Will Johnson, so that is a cool one to get. We'll set that one aside just because it's Michigan. And then it looks like our parallel here from Texas. Some good players coming from Texas. We got James Pierce Jr., and that isn't Texas. It's Tennessee. Saw the orange and white, saw the T, and clearly it's Tennessee. But James Pierce Jr. from Tennessee, numbered 3 of 50, so that's going to be a gold. Really good-looking cards. The college products didn't used to really have a lot, like, because they had to be unlicensed and stuff. But now that the licenses are there, they have the NIL deals for autographs and stuff like that. The college products are really, really good now. So it's cool to see. We got Garrett Green. We got Jalen Daniels. And then we have 31 of 50. I'm thinking this is going to be an auto from Georgia. Dominic Levet. 31 of 50. So we got a gold auto in our second pack here. Since there's 4 autos and only like 10, 12 packs, we're going to be getting an auto basically every other pack. So cool one to get. Georgia fans and collectors are people who, you know, want their guys. So not a bad one to get. We'll put that one up on a stand in the back. Not necessarily the guy you want. Obviously, in terms of running backs, you know, there's better ones. Boise State's running back and everything like that. But we'll see what we can get. With 4 autos in a box, they're not all going to be the top guys, right? Jamal Haynes, Byron Brown, and then our next one for Notre Dame, Chris Mitchell, just a refractor on this one. Let's see, refractor there. So we got Chris Mitchell on the refractor. I hope Notre Dame can do it tonight. They're heavily underdogs. I think it's a 9-point spread last I saw in favor of Ohio State, obviously. So really hoping Notre Dame can get something done tonight, but we'll see what happens. Okay, next up, Omarion Hampton. There he is, Ashton Genty. That is the guy you want. Pulling a card of Ashton Genty, like an auto or something like that, is huge. And then, is this a sideways? It's a dual autograph. Riley Leonard and Chris Mitchell, dual autograph to 25. I don't know comp-wise how much these types of cards are going for in terms of like value, but I have to imagine that's a good one. They're in the national championship game tonight. And to get, you know, a dual autograph numbered to only 25, that's a great card. We're going to put that one on a stand as well. We'll move that one over. That one gets kind of the main spot here. We still have 2 more autographs to find. Looking for short print. A super fractor would be really, really cool, obviously. Let's see what we can get. And it's looking like the hit's going to be in the middle of the pack, so I'm kind of trying to do it that way. We have something thick here, so I'm thinking it's going to be a patch, maybe, or something like that. There's Luther Burden. Dion Burks. That's like a speckle refractor. It doesn't look like it's numbered. I'll check again in a second. And then we do have a patch auto of Xavier Watts. This is a straight up Notre Dame box. And it feels like it's probably around like 55 points, so I think it's going to fit in a regular sleeve, and it does. Xavier Watts, patch auto. I mean, look at this. We've got Notre Dame, Notre Dame, Notre Dame. Cool to see. Hopefully it's a good sign that tonight Notre Dame is going to run all over Ohio State, but if I'm being honest with myself, I don't think that that's a high probability. I think if they win, it'll be they'll keep the ball away. It'll be kind of a defensive game, similar to what Michigan did to them when they won. All right, next up we got Jackson Dart, Jordan James, Ott, C.J. Baxter, and Raheem Sanders. So Raheem Sanders, just a refractor. This is cool to open. I love college football. It's, you know, it's the most similar American sport to soccer, like in Europe and everything like that. The fans, the chants, the sort of tradition of it all. It's just great. I love college football, so this is cool to open. All right, we got DJ Giddens to 125 purple. The purple looks great on this one because obviously it's a color match to, you know, their jerseys. So good looking card. Next up. We got Nico Amaliva, I believe is how that's pronounced, but I could be wrong. And then Taylon Green. And then it looks like we just have an insert here. Yep. Field Day. Castellanos. It's a refractor, so we'll sleeve that one up. Really nice cards. Like I said, I'll put some comps up if that dual auto is sold and stuff like that. give you guys an idea of like how we're doing on this box. This box wasn't super expensive. Like I said, I got it at my card shop and it was less than it was online. So I felt like it was something worth picking up considering the day that we have. Tetaroya, I believe is how that's pronounced. Tetaroya McMillan from Arizona. He is supposed to be one of the top guys in terms of wide receivers coming out of this draft, so not a bad one to get. This Bowman's Best, it seems like it's basically a less watered down checklist. It's all top names. So I've only watched like one box of this get opened. All right, Carnell Tate, Oscar Delp, Nate Johnson, and then this, masterpieces of Eugene Wilson III. Look how sweet that card looks. I don't think it's a case hit, but looking at it, if you told me that was a case hit, I would completely believe you. If it is, I'll put something up on the screen. But I forget what the case hit's called, but it's something different than that, I believe. But the look of that, I mean, awesome looking card. I would love something like that with like a Will Johnson or a Donovan Edwards. I believe Donovan is in this set. Chris Mitchell again. Kyron Drones. And then Dane Key from Kentucky. Not super familiar with him. Most of the names coming out of here, I've at least kind of know what's up with them, but him I'm not super familiar with. So we have 3 autos so far. Oh, by the way, I just set this kind of over here. Deion Burks, that speckle refractor. We'll sleeve that one up as well. All right, and then last pack should have an auto in here. Hopefully, I have a feeling that's our big auto of the box. It's a dual, but I'd take a Donovan Edwards here and be really happy with it. But let's see what we can get. We got Josh Hoover, Harold Perkins Jr., Trevor Etienne, and then from the Hawkeyes, Luke Lackey, number 85, tight end. Probably will be something in the NFL because Iowa has a pretty good tendency of bringing out tight ends. So we will see, but at least I'm assuming he's a tight end. 85 is kind of a tight end number. Yeah, he's a tight end. So, in terms of autos, we'll go through what we have. We'll do a quick recap. So these were just like refractors that I didn't sleeve up, and then the Will Johnson. The only Michigan player we pulled, unfortunately, was that Will Johnson. We got Deion Burks, Speckle. We got a couple of numbered cards. We got the Masterpieces, which I just think is an awesome looking card. McMillan. We got Castellanos, Giddens, Chris Mitchell, and then James Pierce was a gold to 50. In terms of our autos, we did get a patch auto, which I don't believe these are guaranteed. So cool to get. Patch auto. It is player worn, so not game used, but player worn. So he probably put on a stack of jerseys and they cut them up and put them in cards. Of Xavier Watts, hopefully he does well tonight. We got these 2 autos of Luke Lackey and the Dominic Lovett to 50 for Georgia. And then the big one, dual auto, Riley Leonard and Chris Mitchell, numbered to only 25 of 11 of 25. Awesome card. Can never be upset when you're pulling a dual auto. So really fun box to open. I don't know, like I said, I know we normally open soccer. Certainly not trying to get away from that in any way, but with today being the final game and me liking college football myself, I thought it would be a fun box to open up on the channel. Let me know what you guys think about it. Hopefully these guys here that I've got on the screen to end things dominate Ohio State tonight. I don't believe that there's a high probability of that, if I'm being honest with myself, but anything can happen. It's one game. And the Lions found that out this weekend against the Commanders. So never know what's going to happen. Congrats to Darwin on getting his 2 goals to end. He needed that so badly, and it meant so much to the team. And you could see how much even his teammates were happy for him when he scored those 2 goals. Everybody loves Darwin. I think even Liverpool fans, even though he might frustrate us and we might think he should be doing better, he plays for the team and he gives his effort every single game, and that's something you can never take away from somebody. So really happy to see him score a couple. I think he deserves it, and it meant a lot to the team and what we're going to do in the future. So that's really all I got for you guys today. Watch out for the next video, which should have a giveaway. Thanks again for helping get to 50 subs. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the game tonight, what you think the score is going to be if you do follow college football. And otherwise, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.